Well, hello, we're live.
Ta-da!
Hey guys.
Hi, Michael.
Hey.
How are you guys?
Hey Andy. Hey Daniel.
Oh, rough for months, right? I don't know. Like I tried to reflect this morning. Did I ever had that much work in my career? Honestly, like past I don't know. Like since we started Discord, I don't believe I had any like weekend or something without spending few hours, at least few hours on Discord or on the collection itself. So yeah, finally the day has come. I can sleep and
Actually,
go outside, like do things like that.
Yeah.
I'm so excited, Daniel. You've been up round the clock, and everywhere.
Well,
at
all
once.
of us,
Amazing.
right? It's not just me. The whole dev team and marketing team, like everyone, had to do a lot of overtimes to deliver this.
Hats off, and it's a really global team. So it's I think every single hour of the day is taken up by some kind of communication. Just like the Discord server.
I actually never thought about this before we started this, that the community will be like for 24 hours. So we needed moderators for every single time zone with some overlaps. I wasn't prepared to that, honestly.
This is my first introduction to Discord, so this was, you can imagine, it was the hugest cliff, but incredibly exciting. I thought this is the way it was all the time, but yeah, all the language channels, everything, amazing. This community is absolutely incredible. And when one person stopped the conversation, the next country or continent would pick it up, and that's absolutely phenomenal.
Okay, so is it 10 already? Are we open?
So we are open, and the collection is revealed already. So like people would need to update, refresh their metadata on OpenSea, but all collection is revealed right now. So like
yes.
Okay, yeah, it's better than Christmas and New Year Eve, like all together. Should I maybe screen share and show what people should expect? Like maybe explain some trade system or something, or we want
makes
to
a lot of sense.
celebrate a bit longer.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, let me try to do this thing. So just one window. Yeah, it works. So let me focus on the window for now. I don't see myself anymore, but at least I see the thing. So let me refresh, and I just want to explain for everyone who are not familiar with how OpenSea works, and just give a bit of information about that. So, like, what just happened? We changed metadata for all 10,000 pieces. So instead of showing this beautiful seed, colored seed thing, you can stare in it for past 5 days, or people who came on pre-sale, it was 7 days. Now it shows all the pictures we rendered during this period, so all 10,000, and we actually had enough time to render all the generations for each one. So if we reveal something on 7th generation, it means we rendered and stored internally all 7. OpenSea takes time to reveal because it's we already providing all the information, like links to the correct crystals and metadata, but for OpenSea to pick up all of this, it takes some time. So if you don't see your crystal, let me find something like that. If it's still in a seed phase, you have to go inside and manually, like you see this button.
This one is revealed.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh yeah, that's revealed.
Let me, it shows preview like that. It's, well, okay. Yeah, this one, right? It's a good example. So this one, you'd have to press this manually refresh metadata. We push it to or like from API on OpenSea on our side, but sometimes OpenSea just doesn't react properly or it takes too long, so we can manually refresh it. And hopefully in a few minutes, OpenSea will pick the correct metadata and show you the proper picture. But at this point, it doesn't, like, we can't control it anymore. So we provide all the information to OpenSea, and it's just a matter of when they will refresh their caches. So you see, it changed. About the trade system. So Andy, Michael, do you have something to add on this part?
No, just like, yeah, maybe like let's like explain more about types of crystals and
Okay, sure.
and trades.
Yeah, probably I should do that. So properties and types and all that stuff. How we organize this thing. So two traits shared across all the crystals are generation, obviously. So you can know at what generation your crystal is. And as we explained many times before, the minted crystal means generation 1. And after each buy or sell transaction, generation grows. We had a lot of questions about this trait, crystallization. So it doesn't, if it says done, it doesn't mean you cannot grow your crystal anymore. It just means that we processed the data, render it, like generate and render it new crystal, and pushed it to OpenSea. So metadata is ready and the picture is ready. It's just a matter of time when OpenSea will pick it up. So it's just a more or less like a indication of what happens internally. So you can see if it's active, it means it's somewhere on our side in our queue for render farm. And when it's done, it means we finished with this. So just don't be afraid that done means you cannot grow it anymore. If you have generation 7, that's the moment you cannot grow your crystal. All other traits could be divided in 2 large groups. So one explains, like defines what the shape of the crystal is, like what group of the shapes, and the other one is colors or materials, because we combined these things together. So this particular crystal, unfortunately, we don't have control on how these things showed here, because it's always in alphabetical order. It would be, I feel, it will be better to group these, but unfortunately, OpenSea doesn't support this grouping, so it just sorted alphabetically. But so it's on generation 3, means it has 3 pieces. I cannot tell like which one was the first minted, but let's say like this one, and then it has one more cell and added this one, and on the second sale, like secondary sale, it has added this piece. It shows that it has, like for the shapes, right? It has 2 corals, 1 and 2, and it has spiky piece, which is this one. There are 4 basic shapes. So it's a coral, spiky, fractal, which I'll find a little later, and cluster. And
if I
on
could
top
jump
of
in,
that, yeah, sure.
They relate to aragonite, calcite, and various minerals. For instance, like spiky relates to aragonite, and that's something that Daniil studied up on in terms of formation. And that those are basically all minerals and coral crystals that are related to what coral reefs are made of, the crystallized exoskeletons.
Yeah, well, it's obviously a bit like an artistic interpretation. It's not like scientifically 100% correct, formations. But yeah, I learned a lot from Michael, and then on these YouTube videos about all how's it, like a crystallography. I don't remember the correct term for this, but I spent hours watching these things, and then in natural museums just looking at these crystals, studying them. Yeah, it helped a lot. So yeah, so this is 4 basic groups, and on top of that we have these 7 collaborative or symbiotic collections, which could change the shape. So it will be additional 7 types of shapes and materials. As for materials, so this one is simple because it has just colors. So it's blue, one red, and 1 yellow. You can see these colors over here. Let me find something with more special traits. So golden one. It's one type of materials that could override your color. So if you got lucky for some reason, it could be your wallet number, or based on wallet number, or on the crystal number, or just on pure luck. So you were in the right place in the right time and got this thing. It will override your color choice. And you see, this is a coral and it's gold. So I don't know what was chosen by this owner on the minting. It could be, I don't know, like red crystal probably, or blue, whatever. But because this trait is more rare, it has higher priority, so it overrides the color. And for collaborative collections, let me find some. Hopefully we'll have.
You can use a search on the left side of the filtering.
Sure. So another like rare trait is obsidian, and we have I can like all 4 of them. So we have a gold, we have a pirate, which is like rainbowish kind of thing. We have this dark obsidian, and pure, transparent, and rainbowish quartz. So if I find for you see, Andy, it doesn't ready for like OpenSea doesn't show me the traits yet, so I can
maybe choose generation, like maybe the last generation 6 and generation 7.
Oh yeah, it might be some there.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's much easier.
Those guys, yeah.
Oh, we have a dead ones. Okay, so
We have some dead guys coming up.
Yeah, so
wow.
yeah, so this generation 7, and it has these 3. I think it's 3, right? Yeah, so 3 omnimorph. So that's a good example, yeah, of how these NFTs, if they are in your wallet when you mint or buy, can affect your crystal. So someone who bought this crystal 3 times had omnimorphs, and they got lucky because it's probability based, as I stated many times before. So it's not guaranteed that if you have, let's say, omnimorph or CryptoPunk or whatever out of 7 collections we have, you automatically will get this particular one. So it's probability based, but someone got lucky. One more thing I should to tell you about is because these crystals are 3-dimensional. Sometimes I cannot show it from every possible angle, right? So I create an algorithm which tries to choose the best possible camera angle, so all generations will be visible. But sometimes it's impossible, and this one is a good example because it's a generation 7. And it should have 7 pieces, right? But if you start counting, it's like 3 omnis, 1 coral, and 2 spiky ones, which means it's 6, but it should be 7. And the problem is, you see this like a small piece over here, the violet one is a 7th, and unfortunately, system didn't find the angle which allows all 7 to be visible in this particular case. Usually it's rare. but it happens. I will work on maybe refining this algorithm a bit more. I've spent I don't know how many weeks trying to make it optimal, but maybe I will give another try to this problem.
But I guess
And-
3D model will help at some
yeah,
point.
that's a thing I was about to say. So it's like on our roadmap to release AR versions, probably in GLB format, so we can use it in Metaverse too. And when you will have access to it, you finally will be able to watch it from every possible angle. Because I would love to have this thing rotating here, but it was just. I tried to calculate how long will it take, and it was years if we do rotations for every single crystal for at least 150 frames. I think it was one estimation to have normal rotating thing, smooth one, and it gave me 5 years of render time. So I don't think anyone ready. We are here long term. But I don't know, 5 years feels like a lot of waiting. So that's what I could say. Do you guys have anything to add? I will probably switch off screen sharing for now.
I'm just admiring. I'm admiring a lot of people's postings on the Discord server as well, and just rifling through. It's pretty. It's amazing. The variety.
Yeah, well, I can wait for all of them to finally cache so we can see the whole collection, because we've been, as a part of our debug process, we just split this 10,000 between 4 of us and watch it every single one. And I can wait you guys have ability to do so, because we had our internal tool for that. So hopefully people can see all of them very soon.
Can we guys try Crystal 1523 with the Bored Apes trade?
Share this one?
Yeah, can you 1523.
Let me switch back. I'm waiting for our team to allow the screen share take the stage. I cannot do on my side. Okay, perfect. Is there a way to actually search for these things easily?
Just type OG Crystal 1523.
Okay. 1523. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So the rare one. This person got lucky. He has over here this Bored Ape Yacht Club one. So we have 7 collections. I can probably let me try. So we have Xoids, Bored Apes, CryptoPunks, Meebits,
Art blocks,
Omnimorphs, and
89 seconds.
Yeah, 99 seconds. And for art blocks, it's a bit tricky right now, because we wanted to support all curated collections, but because of the way they have organized their contract system, for now we support only 3 of them. We have it in this document about Medium article about growing, but we're working on that. So pretty soon all collections from curated will be supported, so you can use have any of curated art blocks to have a chance to trigger this this property and this type of the crystal. I'm switching off screen sharing for now. Okay.
Now let's look for more crystals.
Yeah, let's definitely look for more. I'm rifling through right now on all different windows and looking for different kinds of crystals and the reactions. It's really exciting.
I've been staring on these things for a few months, right? I've seen more crystals than any like living person on Earth have seen. So I don't know, but yeah, there are,
maybe
and I hope, yeah.
Let's maybe check some more rare trades just to see how.
Okay. I hope, I hope OpenSea will pick up the trades pretty soon, so you'll have ability to search for them and look at them. Okay, so this is a rare one. It's what called quartz. So it's transparent, and this one of 4 rare traits that override colors. Let me look for. Okay, here we have Xoid one. And have you guys seen the number 1? The crystal number 1, luckily, is Xoid. So I take it as a good sign, because it's like, for anyone who doesn't know, it's a first collection me and Andy worked on together, like in April and May. So it's a nice sign of continuation of our efforts.
Right, and this was not staged. It was like just it's just.
No. Oh yeah, we should like say it one more time. We don't have any control of this. Before the algorithm work, I have no idea what the outcome will be, and I know probabilities. Obviously, I know that if you use this particular wallet, these values for, and it has like, I don't know, 100 transactions, million transactions. So I can tell this amount of crystals probably will have this trait. This amount probably will have that, but it's all for big numbers because it's probability based. For single crystal, it's always a surprise for me. Even I know all the probabilities, I still cannot predict like what outcome will be. And so nothing could be staged with this system, like because it's all based on transaction number, on the milliseconds when the transaction happens. So it's all accounted as seeds for randomization. So we cannot control that. Let's see. I'm trying to find pirate one. It's a small one. Let's find something bigger. The rare trait. Okay. It just takes some time for OpenSea to pick up. Maybe I should go again to 7s. It's easier to spot rare things there.
Yeah, maybe let's talk about dead crystals.
Sure. Let me find. I try to find pirate because I already showed like this is in particular interesting one because you see all of the pieces are quartz, and there are 2 ways of getting to this situation. First, and probably that's what happened here. It's based on the crystal number. So for this particular number, algorithm decide again on probabilities that this particular crystal will be all quartz. Whoever buys next iteration, it always gives him a quartz piece. The other possibility is if some wallet generates always quartz, it could happen too, because there is a chance of getting the same trait for some, like it's based on random, but if you have got lucky and your wallet number works like that, so every single time you buy something with this particular wallet, you will add a quartz piece. So over here, it could be a wallet number, or the crystal number, or 2 persons with these rare wallets just trading between each other, and they will get the same result. But it's an interesting thing, and it works for other trade. It's not just for quartz, obviously. So it could be for gold and obsidian and pirate too. talking about dead ones. So that's an interesting thing too. So, and actually this one is a good example for two reasons. So this is what we could call like a monocolor thing. Probably, let me see.
Right.
Yeah, so if nothing would be overridden, all the pieces will be red. But it got lucky for one, so it changed the color to bright. There is a thing like a trait overriding the colors, which called like bright and dark is based on what you have. I wouldn't tell like exact properties, but it's based on what you have in metadata describing your wallet. And we have two dead crystals, and we've been talking about these mechanics for, I don't know, 2 weeks already, or maybe more, but I can again explain how it works, so we have it on the record. So the thing is, the moment we explained our basic mechanics about you can buy and sell, and these pieces added, these transactions add new pieces to the crystal, we had a response from many people in the community saying that the system has a flaw and it could be cheated, because on OpenSea you can create what's called private sales. So you basically set up two wallets and have a crystal one and sell for 2 cents basically to the other wallet and back and forth. And basically you got a 7-level crystal for, I don't know, like under $1, which is strange, and it puts people who try to play by the rules into disadvantaged position. So we thought about how this could be prevented, basically. So we cannot prevent the private sales, obviously, right? Because it's your crystal after all, and you could do whatever you want to do. But if the system sees these super low prices, and to define low, we compare it to the current floor number. So we don't have some particular number we define. It's defined by market. And the lower you go with the sale compared to the floor level, the higher chances of getting these what we call dead crystals. We already seen in the Discord people starting to form a cult around this thing, trying to kill as many as they could, and basically took this like part of the reef for themselves. But it's up to the community. It's pretty interesting, the dynamic, because it's simultaneously started a cult of fully grown crystals and a cult of full gold crystals. So people try to invest in the look and connect to the look and actually form some like relationships based on that. But yeah, that's how dead crystals works on the mechanics. But it's just a part of the idea. Probably Michael can talk a bit more about like on a conceptual level, why do they break dead ones?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think, as you say, we can't control it, and we're not out to create a project, I think, in our minds where we dictate the rules and, admonish or punish for bad behavior. It's really up to the community. And in many ways, that's a lot like the idea of things existing that are organic and in nature. And like just as in crystal reefs, there's not always a progression forward of flourishing and prospering. Sometimes there's a lot of setbacks, and time changes things. And it's sometimes it's by human action, as we've learned over the last decades and centuries. But sometimes it's also parts of the way that nature operates. So these kinds of going forward and backward are really natural. And I think in some ways this was a way that we could accommodate a number of different things within our system and within our the kind of cosmology and world of these crystals that would account for both those things, both the ways that choices people will make, and also echo some of the ways that things go forward and backwards and decay and grow in nature. And I think it's important to also acknowledge that when a section of a crystal does kind of attain this blocked dead trait, it's not to say the next one won't suddenly overwrite or heal, so to speak. The heal won't eliminate the previous generation, but it can, again, reflourish. So there are many ways back and forth, and it can just kind of incorporate this feature as well. So, I think it's exciting kind of aesthetically, and it's these beautiful, amazing forms that Daniel has kind of rendered in terms of the algorithm's possibilities are all of these formal possibilities, for color, for shape, for form. And that's just been mind-blowing. So to get to look through this gallery of all the things you guys made right now is an incredible treat. It's like it is a kind of gallery in itself of possibilities. And yeah, I'm looking through them right now, getting really excited.
Yeah, I've with the dead ones, I've tried to not ruin the look. So for the whole crystal, I don't want it to be perceived as something bad, right? It's just a different type of crystal to me, and I spent some time on the textures and materials. Okay, the shape was easiest, right? It's easy to create a cube like that, but I spent time on this feature too. It's not like I just tried to ruin the look of the crystal with this thing. So because I understand it will stay like that forever until the internet dies, or blockchain, or electricity on the planet. So I don't want to have something that I don't like to be part of the collection, and it will go to the physical piece too, which we probably should discuss a bit. And I don't want to the thing we create in the physical world to be, I know, ugly. So I tried to keep this balance. It just the trait. It's super easy to get the trait like that, right? You just sell it for nothing, and probably that could stop someone to doing that, because you basically don't use a chance to get something more rare. You just get something that could be easily taken, and probably wouldn't cost that much. But again, I don't know what value community will put on it. Maybe 6 generations of dead crystal after we freeze metadata after a few years will cost something more than the regular one. I don't know what would happen. So it's just there.
Right. Guys, I think I found a really rare one. Can you check? 9499.
G crystal 9499.
9499.
Okay, yeah, I see what you meant. So I cannot tell the probability of this event, but it's low.
Is that a Meebits and BAYC?
Yeah, it's Ape one and Meebits. For people wondering why Ape crystal look like that, I have an explanation. So for each collection, I tried to catch the signature look and translate it to this flourishing mineral language we established here. So for apes, it was this trait they introduced and which became very popular, called DMT. So it's like a pinkish fur with contrast green eyes. I obviously couldn't put eyes on the mineral, but I tried to come up with a reef-like texture that mimics the color distribution, and this yellowish material, it's like a sand probably, matches the ape skin color. So there is explanation. There is a reason behind the look. And for me, it's a voxel-based thing, and I tried to use this cubical structures and use the colors they have in a collection. Like I sampled the most common ones. So the bigger the cube, the closer it to tint of the background color for Meebits, and the smaller cubes add this colorful accents and matches the colors of the Meebits themselves.
Okay,
Yeah, it's rare.
Daniel, what would you recommend with this crystal? Like not to take chances anymore. Like it's already ideal, or maybe to risk.
Well, I don't have any financial recommendations, guys. I cannot recommend. I keep telling you bought this crystal. It's yours, so you decide. Like, don't listen to anyone. No one, because no one knows for sure what be valuable and what not in 2 months or in a year. Not even me, obviously. So like use your heart or your brain or whatever, like drop dice, do whatever you do usually to decide, but don't listen to anyone.
Exactly. Follow your gut and your heart and your eyes and think about what you like. Yeah, have fun with it.
Because I'm thinking that it could happen that the value of crystals wouldn't be necessary based on the traits only. It could be based on the, like, I don't know, particular silhouette, or like, oh, this reminds me of, I don't know, a bird, and that's why it should cost 5 times more than the same crystal with the same traits, but looking differently. So, and for me, it's I've been running the tests of the system for many days and nights. So usually my flow was like I've been working and refining the look of like what algorithm produced during the day, and then put renders on my workstation overnight on a random data, because obviously I didn't have your guys' input from the blockchain. So I created a system which creates like probability again based wallets for me, and push it into the system. So I render it like 300-400 crystals every single night, and on the morning I was just like it became part of my routine. I just woke up, walk my kids to the school, and after that just browse through all new ones and check how the traits works, how they look like, do I have any errors or but most of the time I just spend time just wondering like how it even be possible that, because like it kept surprised me day after day how many different combinations and how different are they. It's so nice, and yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy the collection too.
I was going to ask if you were blown away every now and then when you were going through your morning routine, because when you sent me some of the sample data, I mean, every single one, I was without fail, every 10, I was absolutely mind blown.
Right.
But
one
guys,
more.
I'm going to say, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm going to say I've got to run to a meeting with a very prominent museum right now, actually, to discuss where we're all going with everything. And I'm super excited. So thanks for being here, everyone, and for this really special moment. You're going to leave you in really good hands here. And we'll catch you as we continue this journey. Okay, bye, guys.
Okay, thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Michael. Yeah, actually, we've got a couple of questions that I think like really important, and we need to address them. The first one is like,
can I say 2 words before? 2 small things. First of all, we just crossed 1,000 in a secondary market volume. Yes, congrats on everyone. So it grows. And the second one, I just wanted to tell that later today we plan to start our bot working, and on the Discord that will allow you to check your trades for like any crystal before the OpenSea will solve like caching and all the stuff. So it will be easier for you to check what's going on. So like one middleman less between your transaction and the final crystal. But yeah, we will have announcement, and it's pretty easy to use. But we need just a few more hours to test this thing. It's almost ready, so you will have access to this later today.
Yeah. Actually,
you-
this is one of the questions that I see right here is like how fast a person can be able to see the rendered crystal after the transaction. So for now, please expect like on average to have 1 hour like delay on our side, and then maybe like another hour delay on OpenSea side. We're working to make this process faster, but like on average, like this is 2 hours. So after the purchase, after the trade, like the sale, like just come back in a couple of hours, click refresh, and then you will see your updated crystal.
Yeah, but I want to add it's a maximum amount, not the like it wouldn't be like that for every single crystal, and unfortunately we cannot control this part because sometimes OpenSea doesn't give us a callback. Like it's a complicated thing, so we have to like for 90% of crystals, it goes instantly to render queue and starts processing, and then we push it back to OpenSea. But for 10%, OpenSea for unknown reason doesn't give us this callback. So what our dev team created, they go through whole 10,000 one by one every hour and check like was it transaction happened during this hour, and compare like did we get a callback. If not, we push it to our thing, like to our pipeline, and that's where this hour comes from. We cannot do it faster, and it's unfortunately we don't have control over it. So that's how OpenSea works, and for some crystals it will take these 2 hours, but for 90% it should be faster. And one more addition, it depends on how many crystals, like how active secondary market is, because it works as first come first served. So like the moment you start the transaction, the moment it gets to our pipeline, it will be pushed in a queue to the render farm. And if there is no one there, you will be served immediately. If not, it will be like go through the queue and eventually will render, generate, and be pushed back to OpenSea.
Okay, yeah, good enough. Yeah, like another question that I think maybe like a lot of people asking themselves right now, they got stage 1 crystal, they got generation 1 crystal, which might be don't have any rare traits, and just like some like general type of a crystal. Like, is it not rare crystal at all? Like, what can be done from their side to make this crystal rare, to make this crystal more interesting? Is it just a pure luck, or like what can I just asking you a question? I know the answers, but
I'm sorry. Can you reply yourself, because I'm checking the questions and someone doesn't like the crystal. I want to. I'm curious what this number is, and
yeah, 395 probably, yes.
Yeah, give me a second. Yeah. I want to.
Yeah, I see that the actual crystal is like behind the.
Let me see, 395. Oh wow, yeah, it's strange. Okay, so we have a first one which doesn't behave as it should be. Give me, Nikita, give me a few minutes after we finish the stream. The best solution would be just DM me on a Discord, and we can take it from there. I will check the metadata and how it worked, because obviously it shouldn't look like that. It's pretty interesting. I would keep it. In your place, you may be having just the 1 out of 10,000 which doesn't show the crystal, just the base. So probably what happened, because it has all this, like it has traits, probably crystal grew on the other side, and you have like the most rarest of them all. But if you'd like to, I probably can try to update it, re-render it, push it again. But we should discuss it.
Yeah. So it's probably the camera position, right? So it's like
Yeah, I think so, but it shouldn't be like that. I never had this thing in any of thousands of tests I had before, so it's a miracle.
It's a real miracle. Yeah, Nikita. Yeah, my recommendation just to leave it as is. It's
Yeah.
but it's definitely up to you.
Okay, so what was the question? Sorry, I just got sidetracked.
The question was like if anybody has like very basic, very simple stage generation 1 crystal, what can be done here? Like what strategies? Is it just a pure luck, or what's your take? How would you like grow some like
if I had just one or if I have many?
Okay, both questions are interesting.
Well, the thing is, as I said before, no one knows what will be valuable, right? If you have 7 crystals, I'm very conservative person, so I'm trying to like spread it across all possible outcomes to feel safe. So if I was playing a casino, I will probably put all my money on red and black simultaneously. Like I never win, but like so if I had 7 crystals, I probably will keep each one in different generations. So I would keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just to be safe. In any outcome, I will have at least one valuable. Like more valuable than others. There could be many different strategies, and we probably should have a separate channel on that, because I've seen so many different ideas how you should play with these mechanics we provided. And it's really interesting to me. It's like almost like a behavioral social experiment, how people will use these mechanics and try to get advantage out of that. I don't know what would happen in 2 months. Maybe you can like evolve it to level 7, or you can keep it as 1 and bet on that after the collection will be frozen, ones will be rare, because everyone would try to evolve their crystals, and ones will be rare one after the freezing. Or you can sell it like very close to the deadline, because it might like happen that too many people thought that they will, like generation 1 will be rare, and they wouldn't be rare at all, and they will try to evolve them as crazy in the last minutes before we freeze the collection. So like there are so many possibilities here, and as I said before, I'm not the one who should tell you what to do. Like you should decide yourself.
Right. Great answer. So, and yeah, we have one crystal that already on sale at a price of 1,999 ETH.
Good luck. Good luck to you guys.
It's a 5606, and it has like very, very special form, like definitely unexpected.
Okay, so I see the question about the AR. The thing is, I started with this, and when we had this AR contest before, it was test crystal I generated through the system. So it's like 75-ish% ready. I would take, but I had to focus on the priority tasks, right? So the collection itself, the renders, the pipeline, like farm working, trades working, was my top priority for the launch and for this reveal. Right after we finish like with the reveal, and I will have first night with 8 sleeping hours, like probably starting tomorrow. I will get back to the AR part, and we'll start working on this, and probably I will share the progress, because yeah, it was on our roadmap, and I'm like, for people who know me, they know I never promise something that I couldn't deliver. So if we said that AR versions will be there, they will be there. I cannot give you a timeline. Hopefully before this 2 months deadline we have, I will work on that. But we have another big chunk. Unfortunately, Michael couldn't join, like take this mic from me and tell about the reef. But it's mostly on him because he's a sculptor, well renowned. But because it's all based on digital crystals, he will use my help. So I have to work both on the reef and like helping Michael and on the AR versions. But the good news is these things are interconnected, because to create AR version, I have to optimize geometry a lot, so it will work on the iPhone. And it's more or less the same process I have to do with geometry, so we could 3D print with crystals to put it on the reef. So all the work I will do for AR will be just groundwork for next step for the reef. So it's connected. Yeah, I would work on this starting tomorrow and share the progress with you.
Oh yeah, very cool. The reef. Yay.
Yeah, can't wait for this thing. We have so many ideas, not only on the physical thing, but how we can use this, because this whole collection is about balance and intersections between physical and digital, like NFT world and our world. Like you put it in many different ways. And when we think about the reef, which is physical, obviously, and belongs to some public art place, but we think that we could use some digital augmentation of this thing, so use AR features or something to make the reef even cooler. If you know how to interact with it, if you have your phone or you are an owner of one particular crystal, you can like have some help to find your crystal on the reef, let's say. So it's again, I didn't promise that, but that's what I and Michael are working on, and hopefully you will like the outcome.
Very, very cool. Okay. So I think let's wrap up on this. And yeah, I think the reveal is okay. We have couple of new messages. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Daniil. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. I mean,
yeah.
The look of the collection wouldn't be possible without what you do, right? It will be just a generative random crystals, which would look cool, but they wouldn't have your history. So it would be like completely different collection, and to me it makes it much more valuable that like it's connected to actions of so many different people. So I hope, guys, you would enjoy. And I've seen some questions about particular crystals. Please post it to support channel on Discord. After I finish with this stream, I probably will go there and check each one by the number, check the metadata, probably fetch the data and put it in my scene to debug if something works wrong. Because we did, as I said, like so many tests, but still we are humans after all, and we could make mistakes. Hopefully it would affect like 0.0001% of the crystals, but it's possible. So support channel is for that, and we will go like case by case and check does the algorithm work properly, does the data from OpenSea came properly, so all things like that.
Sounds great. Okay, thank you, Daniil, and yeah,
thank you.
Channel.
Okay. Good luck, guys, and yeah, let's keep in touch, because I don't think it should be like our last official connection to the community.
No,
yeah, I plan to stay active in Discord and be there for you guys. So let's talk there.
Yeah, and let's like start growing our crystals.
Cool. Okay, congrats, Andy.
Yeah,
to you.
Yeah.
And thanks for the team and for the community. Like as always, it's like many pieces working together to achieve the result. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, bye.